Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. It is Thursday morning, November 5th, 2020. Thank you so much for joining me today on today's newest episode of today's Best Stock Picks. We don't have a president decided yet. We have a lot of legal action going back and forth right now. We're waiting on everybody in Nevada apparently to wake up and count those votes. Not quite the clarity we were hoping for, looking for, shooting for, but we are getting the price action that we wanted, which is kind of interesting. We don't have an answer yet. We have more chaos going on behind the scenes, but we are getting tradable price action. So hopefully, if you've been on top of your game the last couple of days, there's definitely been money to be made, especially if you're a day trader. There's been some really nice opportunities. The first 90 minutes of the day has seen volume, readable volatility, easier trades to recognize and understand which ones to be in and which ones to hold. If you have not been on top of your game, if you found the last couple of days a little overwhelming because of we woke up from a coma and actually had some follow through that was tradable. It's one thing to have a gap, which lately has been going sideways. We've had gaps and tradable price action. It probably means that your watch list, your game plan, the amount of stocks you're watching is probably too big. So when that market opens and we get this opportunity for you to make money, you really need to be on top of your game. So I'm just giving you a little insight. If you didn't find the last few days exciting and profitable, just narrow your list down a little bit. Be super disciplined. We got a bunch of stocks we're going to talk about today, but don't be afraid to niche down. Don't be afraid to have a smaller list because it'll create better focus and you won't miss those opportunities, and you'll actually be a lot less stressed out because you're like, nope, that's the one I'm looking for. That's the one I planned for. Or those three stocks are the one. Everything else is, I'm not even paying attention. Those three stocks. So whether your list is one stock, three stocks, or 20, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it's a manageable list for you because we've had really good price action. The tape has been obvious. You want to get in there and make money when it's available. We did a really good lesson this morning in Stocks for Breakfast on understanding the secret to net profitable trading. If you are struggling right now, get over and watch that video. It's roughly about 10 minutes, definitely worth the investment. If you'd like to trade together for the next 30 days, click down and learn more about the bootcamp. We've just added some massive upgrades in there. I think you'll be pretty excited to learn about it. Futures are up big again today. So let's hop right over into the charts. We're going to take a look at the trade of the day, or maybe even the investment for the next few months based on some news yesterday with Kamala Harris, and we'll take a look. Let's see. So let's get on over the futures. You can see where we are here in the futures. We closed right around here yesterday. We are actually making our way higher again and closing strong for pre-market, roughly 2.5 hours before the market opens. We also have initial claims today too. So that's actually happening as well, which could potentially launch us again. We've been getting follow through. The bullish gaps we've been getting have been kind of muted prior to this week, but we're getting follow through today. So let's be on our game. Let's be ready. We're looking at another solid bullish opening today, even if jobless claims aren't good, but it looks like we have all systems go right now. Everything could change if the election finally does have decided. Who knows? But gosh, let's be on top of everything right now. So the stock UNH, again, this is a big gap. You're obviously not trading it back to the breakout level at 322. So you're looking to initiate a trade today with yesterday's low being the stop loss. JD is a stock that broke out of weekly levels yesterday, again on a bullish gap. Looks like it's opening higher again today. So you're looking to trade it above yesterday's high with the stop loss being yesterday's low. NEO is one that quite a few people, we actually had, it came within 25 cents of our profit target yesterday, which was $40. Looks like it's going to open up a little bit higher today, but I'm not in the position now. I'm actually waiting for the stock to pause before I initiate another position. I would actually prefer a big red candle and bid into the low of that red candle because that will expand the target, which is now 46 that came out. So I'm not looking to bid it up here at 40 because the target's not really that wide. I'd like to see it pull back. One big red day closing on the lows for me personally would be good. PDD, another candlestick that closed on the highs and took out weekly levels. So we're looking to initiate a swing trade. But again, yesterday is an $8 trading range. You're not going to risk to yesterday's low. You're going to have to fine tune your entry and look for an entry today or wait for today to finish and maybe not be an $8 trading range, which is nothing wrong with that. You don't want to chase some of these stocks. This is the big thing and the problem that I'm seeing with a lot of new members in the boot camp that need to just be taught the lesson. You can't chase price. I understand it's going up. I understand exciting. I understand that it's taking out levels, but you have to manage the downside too. And that's a big reason you constantly hear me talk about, I'm waiting for a pause. I'm waiting for a pause. I'm waiting for a pause so I could manage risk. That's really what it comes down to, because if you're not at your screen all day, if you're placing orders pre-market, you're getting filled on orders as soon as the market opens and the stock gaps up, where's your stop loss? You're risking $10 to make 12. That doesn't make sense. So you really got to get in there and understand what the right entry is in some of these stocks that have exploded. But I love this situation here where it's taken out weekly levels, monthly levels, actually. BEKE, we've been mentioning this one quite a bit. It's actually about to punch through to new all-time highs. So we're looking for a nice long in this stock above $77. HZNP, we've got a really mixed bag today. HZNP produced a really good well-bid candle. But you can see here that the number that we've been watching has been 82.50. So this is setting up a trade for tomorrow, actually. I could day trade it today, but as far as a swing trade, I want to see it go well bid on the daily chart, close higher highs, higher lows, and close near the highs above 82.50. Then I'm going to look for a new swing trade. U is a relatively newer stock, and again, well bid with a bullish gap. Again, not a lot of price history here, but I do like the push and the pause. The push and the pause. Yesterday was the first day of a solid push, so I'm looking for follow through here as well. Facebook, I feel like I haven't spoken about this one in a long time, but another good example of it finally punched through what we've been watching, which is the 280 level. I am not jumping into a new swing trade here because the profit target is not that far away. I'm not willing to risk more than I need to for the 300 target. So I'm going to be day trading this stock the next couple of days. That's a monster move yesterday. It shrank the profit potential, but absolutely, as long as it meets our criteria, I'll be day trading it up to 300. TER is another one. Again, we're clearing some weekly and monthly levels. This is actually a stock that is now in the third day of being well bid, which in our vernacular, that means it's a little bit late to the party. You're chasing the price. The optimal entry was 4 days ago. However, you can still put the trade on, but because it's 4 days later, you have to manage it with less share size. That's the smart way to do it. SE, a company that has still not made a dime, but has now made all-time highs, punching through 170 is the level. And now it actually is well bid above 170, so I'm looking to be long this stock today as well. Match.com, I guess people are finding love during a pandemic, maybe having Zoom dates, I don't know, but the stock is actually punching through the new highs as well. And it's well bid at all-time highs. So this is a big deal. This is the first time you can see here, we actually said wait for it to go well bid at all-time highs. It did not go well bid, just punched through to all-time highs again. So same exact scenario here. If you want to get involved early, you can. But remember, you don't have the confirmation. So if you get involved here in a higher opening, you are chasing price a little bit, which means that it can't be with your full share size. You need to work the order a little bit, a little more conservative entry as you wait for today to finish. If today goes well bid, holds higher highs, higher lows, and holds near the close, tomorrow would be the buying opportunity with a little bit more conservative entry. ADI, we're setting an alert right now for a well bid candle above 126. And finishing up today's trades, we're looking at Pinterest, which actually traded into a swing low, then well bid, and now we're looking to add to that position. If you missed it yesterday, there's still some opportunity left in that trade to punch through to new all-time highs. We're not looking for it to test the all-time highs. We're looking for it to punch through. So again, we are getting clarity in price action. We don't have clarity on the election, but we are getting clarity in price action. Very important to get in there and make some money while price action is obvious. We've had enough beating of our heads against the wall, waiting and waiting and waiting the last 2 months. Even if it's just for 2 days, it feels good to take a breath, put a trade on and see it move in your favor pretty quickly. Some of the trades we just called out are going to require a little bit of game planning. If they had a big gap yesterday and a $5 or $10 trading range, you have to work those orders a little bit to get the right entry without risking too much on your initial share size. So be a smart trader, take advantage of what we have here, but also manage the downside because of how far and how fast we've moved. I mean, Caterpillar, I think, is probably one of the biggest examples. Had 171 buy stop, we were looking to get long, got clobbered on earnings. Next 4 days, rallied all the way back up, and then had bad news again and gapped down and traded lower. So you have to be on top of your game right now to understand longer term order flow and getting involved in feeling conviction versus shorter term order flow and just trading that most immediate momentum and booking profits. So we got a lot going on today. It's pretty exciting. If you have any questions, leave some feedback below the video. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I hope to see you in the boot camp. We got a lot going on here right now. If you personally feel like you could do more, just click the link and see everything that we do in the boot camp. And if you feel like we're a good fit to work together, I'd love to see you on the other side. Have a great day.